Hi guys, welcome back. This is you from PRDB Entertainment. Today we're going to start a new chapter and it's going to be about Microsoft Visual Basic. First of all, let me explain what this software is. It's a programming language where you can create different softwares with different forms and windows for Windows OS only. You cannot create software for other operating systems. It has to be for Windows. Now, this is created from Microsoft. It's been getting better and better over the years. This is the Visual Studio 2019. Um, in this video, I'm just going to be explaining how you can work on the interface and what exactly is that it has in the interface. Now, this is going to be good because it's going to clarify you some doubts that you may have in some other programming languages, probably even in the Unreal Engine. In some future tutorials, you will see some snapshots, probably from the Unreal Engine, because I want to compare some things from here and some things from the Unreal Engine, so you can try to understand how the variable works, how comparing works, different things on each software. Probably, like I told you, is going to clarify you a lot of doubts and it's going to help you a lot. So it's important that you see these videos because everything is going to be linked between UE and Visual Basic. We do not use Visual Basic with UE. UE, you guys know that it works with C++, and it's basically the same thing. It's just some codes change, some coding that you do, it changes, but it's not what we work on in UE. UE is Visual C++, but I'm not going to be entering into that programming language because it's a lot harder. The only thing that I can tell you is that in Visual C++, you can do a lot more stuff that is not only for Windows operating systems. You can use it for other OS, you can use it for your phones, for Androids, and blah blah blah. So I'm going to keep here on this screen right now where we are in the Visual Basic interface, where we have our tools, our properties, our forms, our project with all the different forms that you may have. At least in this one, we just started a new one, so we have only one form created, which is form 1, that is this one that we have right here, which is this window. Now from here, in this right side, you have your entire project with every window, form, files, mods, modules that you put. Everything is going to be here on the project manager, on the solution explorer. So here on the bottom you have the properties. Now these properties are for the selected object that you select here on the form. If you select the form, you will get the properties for the form. If you select, let's say, a button right here, you're gonna get the properties for that button only. So every time you click on one object, you get the properties right here. Some objects have different properties, but you need to hit on right click, and sometimes they give you like different menus and different properties right here, so you can enter to another part of the plugin for whatever object is that you're working. Now, here on your left side, you have a bunch of tools. You have right here, we have toggle all Windows forms. So we can see all the tools that we have by default on the software, so we can use it with our program. You can add new, plugins, reference, add-ons, and they will appear here at your left panel. But right now, with what we're going to be working with, we don't need so much. So probably we're going to be using like labels, combo boxes, text boxes, buttons, radio buttons, checkbox, simple stuff that you always see on the software. So we're not going to be using a lot of things here, at least not now. But yes, in the future, we're going to be working with advanced stuff, including MySQL. That is something that is going to be on the tutorials. We will work with MySQL and Visual Basic. I will teach you guys how you can insert data, modify data, delete, search, basically anything that you can do on SQL, Microsoft SQL, where we're going to be doing the same thing but with MySQL. Now the advantage of MySQL is that you can use it for a website. A MySQL, a lot of people know that is used for a database that works with websites. And this is a good thing because you don't need to be synchronizing stuff differently, like from SQL, when you need to convert data to pass it to MySQL, and that's called synchronize, to keep things on the website and also on the database of the software. So it's a little bit complicated to talk like about all those things. So I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna take out the SQL Express or whatever SQL version that a lot of people use with the Visual Studio, and we're gonna keep working with MySQL. Now we're gonna be using some softwares. We're going to be using a software that we can run MySQL. We're going to be using a software that I created. I'm going to put it on a link so you guys can download because it's going to help you a lot. This software that I created gives you an entire coding of inserting data from some text boxes, from modifying data, from searching, deleting. So the software that I made is going to help you a lot. As soon as I start working with MySQL, I will give you guys the link so you can download it. I'm going to keep updating the software because honestly, I've been working on a project and it's helping like a lot because it doesn't take so much time when the software only asks you like which form, what's the name of the form that you're working, the name of the objects. So you just put those things and it gives you all the coding that you need for that form to do whatever it is that you're working with. Okay, so no more details on that. I'm gonna keep it simple right now. Let's leave that for the future. Now, where were we? Okay, left panel, we have all the tools like I told you. On the output, which is this one that we have below here, is where all the this is the debugger. From here you will see a bunch of errors and stuff that you maybe have on your program. And it's going to tell you right here what exactly is happening and in which form, module, or whatever uh, object is having that trouble, that error. Okay? So from here on the top, we have project. In project, you need to go to project tutorial properties. Well, not tutorial properties, it's called tutorial because that's the name of my project. In your case, it's going to be project, whatever name is that you have, properties. Okay, so from here you can select if it's going to be using framework 5.0, 4.5. When you create your first project, it asks you which framework do you want to target. Just put 4.5 just to be sure that it works with older versions of Windows. Okay, so this part right here is really important, and I'm going to explain something right here on the signing. The signing, when you create an account on Microsoft or you use your own account to download the software to log into the system to create different projects, like this is free. It's free if you don't sell it. If you try to sell your program, you need to buy a license, you need to do a lot of stuff, which I'm not going to enter into those details. But it creates a certificate so you can test your project, so you can work it out, you can run it, you can play with it. Okay, so sometimes it tells you like you don't have a certificate. When that moment comes, you need to go to here, go to signing, and just create a test certificate. Hit OK on the next window that pops up, and don't hit nothing else. Just OK, and that's it, and keep working. Okay, so keep that in mind because it's going to do it a lot. Now, from here, you can build a solution. Build a solution. You can export. You can do an entire export with a setup. But right here, we're not gonna be touching none of these. Just build solution. As soon as you hit the play to test your program, it builds the solution. But if you just want to build it, you don't want to test it, you can do it by here. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna touch these because it has a bunch of simple stuff. Honestly. Not that much. So left side is your tools. Right here, Solution Explorer is where you have all your forms and your modules. Right here is the properties of each object that you click. Okay? And here is the debugger when it tells you where it tells you all the errors that you have coding in a window, or some objects that may be missing, or I don't know, different errors, because you will have a lot of different errors when you're working with programming languages. So this is the form. In the middle, you will have your form where you can add all type of things that you want. Link label, you can add a label, you can add an image list, you can add a combo box, you can add buttons, you can add text boxes, you can add a list view, these list box, list view. This is a bunch of things that we will be working with. So we have checkboxes too. Checkbox list. This is for putting a couple. This is for putting only one. We got radio buttons also. Here it goes. So you can create like different things for the program. Now, to create a program, just you need to have an idea. You need to be creative. You need to be uh, you need to put the maximum of what exactly is that you want. Now, I recommend that you target, if you're going to create a program, try to target something that is really useful by a lot of people, because probably that's the best way to get your program running really quick as soon as you put it on the internet, so people can buy it or download it or test it. Or if it's going to be open source, just upload it as an open source, whatever it is. But try to get something that people actually use. It's just a recommendation. You can do whatever you want, but just recommend that. Okay. So for now, this is gonna be the end of this tutorial. This video is not a tutorial. Actually, I'm just explaining stuff about Microsoft Visual Basic. Now you can download it from their website. You need to have a Microsoft account, either Hotmail or Outlook or whatever else they have. Um, Complete the steps. Just run the wizard. Next, decide whatever it is that you want to install. Visual C, Basic. It has a bunch. It has a bunch of programming languages that you can work with. But right here, we're going to be working with Microsoft Visual Basic. Remember that. Uh, Next video, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to teach you guys, I'm going to teach you how to work with text boxes, labels, how you can compare one text from one text box from another text inserted on another second text box, or labels, or radio buttons, or variables that we can create as string or integer. Uh, we're going to be working with a lot of stuff which I need to explain to you guys so you can start understanding how this works. Now, this is not hard. Now, people see programming language like, oh, you got to be like a nerd. You got to be like really, really intelligent. You got to have brain. No, no, you don't. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have it, but but no, you don't need to have like a big brain, you know, like Pinky and the Brain. You don't need to be like that to know how to do a software, how to do a program. You just need to follow some steps, some rules. You need to learn some things, and everything else is up to you and how you build your software. Now, there's a lot of tips that I'm going to give you that's going to help you a lot, because it's going to be a lot easier, less coding for you, and it's going to be a lot faster on anything that you want to do. And like I said, with the software that I have made, it's going to help you guys a lot working with the MySQL and Visual Basic to read data, modify, delete, update, and search. Well, guys, this is Angel from PRDB. I've been away like for a long time. I know, and I'm kind of sorry because I've been working out some other stuff. I'm building my own software, my own games. I'm working with other agencies. I'm doing, different kind of things, which is keeping me really, really occupied. And but nothing. I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna be taking out my time to, work with videos and everything. Like always, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's the only time I honestly have to take this hobby and make it like a teaching program for you guys. Well, I will see you guys on the next video on the next tutorial. I hope to see you here. This is going to help you a lot, and I mean a lot. And if you're young and you're a kid and you're studying this and you're learning from these tutorials, in the future is going to be really, really good for you, and also for the people that are already working on softwares. Probably you have already a bunch of knowledge, but I can assure you that with my tutorials, with my videos, you will see a lot of things more simple that you have ever worked with in years in programs. This is Angel from PRDV Entertainment, guys. See you guys next time.